The twin flame journey is one of the most intense, transformative experiences a soul can undergo. It's a path of deep healing, spiritual awakening, and unconditional love. As you approach the final stages before reunion, everything you've learned, healed, and awakened to starts coming together. This sacred preparation is not just about coming back to your twin, it's about coming back to yourself, whole and complete. In this phase, you're being asked to embody your highest self, trust in divine timing, and fully align with your soul's mission. Let's explore the key aspects of this powerful stage so you can understand what's unfolding and how to move through it with grace and trust. The final purge, releasing deep-seated wounds. The twin flame journey is a divine path of love, but before the final reunion, it demands that both souls undergo a deep, often painful purification, known as the final purge. This is the point where all remaining shadows are illuminated, and every hidden layer of pain must come to the surface to be acknowledged, felt, and released. You might feel like the emotions during this stage are heavier than ever before. Old heartbreaks, ancestral wounds, childhood traumas, and fears you thought you had already healed may come rushing back unexpectedly. Feelings of abandonment, rejection, unworthiness, betrayal, anger, guilt, and deep sadness can seem amplified. This is not a sign of failure. It is evidence that you are closer to reunion than ever. Why does the purge happen? Because true twin flame union is built on a foundation of unconditional love, purity, and inner wholeness. Any energetic residue, whether from past relationships, limiting beliefs, fears, or emotional attachments, would distort the sacred harmony you are meant to experience. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows that for the reunion to be lasting and divinely aligned, these wounds must be cleansed for good. What can you expect during this phase? Sudden emotional breakdowns without a clear reason. Feeling disconnected, lost, or like everything is falling apart. Vivid dreams, astral experiences, or even telepathic messages from your twin. Physical symptoms like fatigue, heart palpitations, or flu-like sensations as energy purges through the body. A deep inner urge to finally release old attachments and patterns that no longer serve you. How to move through it with grace. Feel everything fully. Suppressing or denying emotions will only prolong the process. Let yourself cry, scream, mourn, and heal. Practice radical self-love. Speak to yourself tenderly. Treat yourself like you would a wounded child who needs love, not judgment. Ground yourself daily. Nature, breathwork, meditation, and creative expression can help stabilize your energy during emotional storms. Surrender to the divine flow. Trust that this pain has purpose. Trust that you are not alone. Your higher self, your guides, and even your twin are supporting you on energetic levels, energetic alignment, and divine timing. As twin flames move closer to their destined reunion, one of the most critical elements they must master is energetic alignment. Twin flame union is not achieved through force, effort, or desperate longing. It is a natural consequence of two souls reaching a frequency where they are finally ready to come together as one. Energetic alignment means that both twins have individually cultivated inner harmony. It means that the wounds, karmic cycles, egoic fears, and attachments have been cleared to such a degree that their connection can exist in its purest form. A connection based not on need or lack, but on truth, wholeness, and divine love. At this stage, it becomes clear that the outer world cannot dictate the timing of the reunion. No matter how strong the love or the desire for physical union, if one or both twins are still carrying energetic imbalances, the reunion will be delayed. This is not a punishment. It is a sacred protection, a grace that ensures when the two do reunite, they are truly ready to sustain the magnitude of this divine connection. Energetic alignment requires living authentically and in alignment with your soul's truth, healing and dissolving attachment to outcomes, especially regarding your twin, fully stepping into self-love, sovereignty, and personal empowerment, raising your vibration through forgiveness, compassion, and gratitude, embodying your higher self in daily life, not just during spiritual practices. As alignment occurs, a profound sense of peace often replaces the longing. The need to control, chase, or force the connection fades. You begin to trust that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. This is where divine timing begins to weave its magic. Divine timing is the soul's clock, not the mind's. It honors the intricate weaving of lifetimes, lessons, healing, and cosmic orchestration that goes far beyond human comprehension. It asks for patience, faith, and surrender. It teaches that the most beautiful reunions are not rushed, but ripen naturally under the loving gaze of the universe. Often, divine timing will require you to wait longer than your heart desires. It will stretch your capacity for trust. It will test your ability to remain rooted in love even without visible proof. But it also prepares you to receive a reunion so deep, so powerful, that it could only have been built through divine precision. You are not waiting for your twin flame. You are aligning with the version of yourself who no longer waits, but lives fully, freely, and fearlessly, knowing that everything you are seeking is already seeking you. When you are in true energetic alignment, and when divine timing deems it so, the reunion will not require effort. It will unfold with a grace that feels inevitable, timeless, and divinely ordained. Trust the timing. Trust the alignment, trust yourself. Stepping into authentic purpose and mission. One of the most powerful truths about the twin flame journey is that union is not simply a romantic event. It is a calling to rise into the highest version of yourself, to awaken your divine gifts, and to live a life in full alignment with your soul's true mission. Before the reunion can occur, each twin is asked to step fully into their authentic purpose. This is the unique expression of your soul's energy in the world, the work you were meant to do, the light you were meant to embody, the change you were meant to create. It is not something fabricated or chosen out of obligation. It is something ancient, something remembered deep within your being, something that feels inevitable once it is uncovered. The twin flame journey initiates each partner into profound transformation. It strips away everything false, societal expectations, ego-driven goals, attachments to approval, until only the purest, most honest version of the self remains. It is from this place of radical authenticity that your mission becomes clear. Signs you are stepping into your authentic purpose, a deep inner knowing of your soul's gifts and how you are meant to serve. A sense of fulfillment and joy that is independent of external success. A natural shedding of old careers, relationships, or environments that no longer resonate. A rising courage to speak your truth, follow your passion, and live without apology. An unshakable commitment to your own healing and growth, recognizing that your wholeness is part of your service to the world. When each twin focuses on fulfilling their individual mission, something extraordinary happens. The energy between them strengthens and stabilizes. No longer are they looking to each other for validation or completion. They are standing side by side as sovereign souls, each overflowing with purpose and love, naturally drawing each other into reunion. It is important to understand that your authentic purpose may not be grand in the eyes of the world. It may not be about fame, wealth, or wide recognition. It could be the quiet healing you bring through your art, the wisdom you share through teaching, the unconditional love you embody in your everyday interactions. Purpose is not measured by scale, it is measured by truth. By stepping into your mission, you are aligning yourself with the greater plan that your soul and your twin flame agreed to before incarnating. Your reunion is not just for you, it is for the world. Together, your union anchors higher frequencies of love, unity, and healing onto the earth. Thus, the journey to authentic purpose is not separate from the journey to reunion. It is one and the same. To step into your mission is to say yes to yourself, to your twin, and to the divine. When you do, reunion becomes inevitable. It becomes the natural flowering of two souls who have remembered who they are, why they came, and who they are meant to become, together. Surrendering the outcome, trust, and faith above all. At the final stages of the twin flame journey, there is one great lesson that must be fully embodied: surrender. True surrender is not about giving up on the connection. It is about releasing the need to control its timing, its form, and even its certainty. It is about choosing trust over fear and faith over doubt, even when the physical world offers no guarantees. The more deeply two souls love each other, the greater the temptation can be to hold on tightly, to grasp, to question, to seek signs and assurances that reunion is near. But the twin flame path is not navigated by the mind, it is navigated by the soul. And the soul demands a trust that is absolute, a faith that remains unshaken even in the face of silence, distance, or uncertainty. Surrender does not mean you stop loving. It does not mean you turn your heart to stone or pretend that the connection does not matter. It means you understand that this connection was never truly in your hands to begin with. It is orchestrated by forces far greater than human will, by divine intelligence, by soul contracts written long before this lifetime, by the perfect unfolding of cosmic timing. When you surrender the outcome, you allow your soul and your twin soul to meet without interference. You step back and trust that both of you are being guided, healed, and prepared in exactly the way necessary for your highest reunion. You no longer beg the journey to move faster. You no longer measure progress by appearances. You know that everything is happening as it must, even when the reasons are hidden from view. Living in surrender means releasing attachment to timelines, labels, and expectations. Trusting that separation, if it is happening, serves a sacred purpose. Finding fulfillment and wholeness within yourself, rather than waiting for external validation. Remaining open to the journey's twists and turns without losing faith in the ultimate destination. Choosing love over and over, even when fear tempts you to close your heart. This level of surrender requires courage. It requires the death of the ego's demands and the rebirth of the soul's knowing. It asks you to live each day as though reunion is certain. Not because you need it to be, but because your soul already knows it is so. Paradoxically, It is only when you no longer need the union that you become fully aligned to receive it. The twin flame journey was never designed to teach you about possession. It was designed to teach you about freedom, about unconditional love, about devotion to the path of your own soul. Reunion is a gift, not a guarantee. It is the natural outcome of inner union, the sacred marriage of the divine masculine and divine feminine within you. Faith is not passive, it is active. It is the choice to walk forward in love, even when the road is dark. Trust is not naive. It is wisdom born from the soul's memory that you have always been held, even in your most fragile moments. When you surrender the outcome, you open the door to miracles. You step into a space where the divine can move freely through your life. You become the embodiment of love itself, and in that, your twin cannot help but find you. Because true love is not forced, it is allowed, and it is in the space of surrender that it blooms most fully.